Would you like to apologize?
Nah.
Why?
Cause what's done is done. I ain't gonna have no remorse, they ain't gonna have no remorse. So I mean, I'm gonna keep it just like I sent it. But I want the electric chair cause I'm ready to leave on, I'm ready to move on. That's it. I mean, it's over with.
This is the story of Czavi'er Hill, aged 31, a brand consultant and a motivational speaker, who was gunned down by her so-called boyfriend, Beale IV, aged 30. He would eventually go on a shooting spree, killing his dad, his cousin and Xavier's dog before being captured by the Hampton Police Division SWAT team. All this happened because Xavier's parent did not approve some things in their relationship. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Police throughout Hampton Roads and federal marshals are on the lookout for a man accused in 3 homicides.
Now, you've seen Beale IV's picture throughout our newscast over the past 24 hours, and it was sent to us again today by Norfolk police after they say they connected him to a homicide in the city this week.
This story will be taking us to Virginia Beach, Virginia. Virginia Beach, Virginia is a renowned summer beach and sun resort. This dynamic coastal city that lies where the Chesapeake Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean has something for everyone, with its beautiful beaches, wonderful boardwalks, and active nightlife. Virginia Beach's average temperature is 60 degrees. This is a kind of weird case, with a weird defendant, weird all in all.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk Tuesday. It's me, Xavier, your hostess with the mostest.
Czavi'er Hill, aged 31, was a nice young woman who had her life going for herself and was on the right path to succeeding.
Today is a new day. Don't let the failures, the fears, the doubts of yesterday stop you from being your best self today. God has gifted you with everything that you need to accomplish all the tasks set before you. You got this. Pray, plan, and execute.
Czavi'er Hill was a brand consultant, marketing consultant, life coach and also a motivational speaker. Xavier grew up wanting to impact people's lives. She attended Regent University where she got her master's in human services. She started her own company called 114 and Company where she tried helping small businesses by providing them with great branding and digital marketing strategies. Xavier would post on her social media motivational speeches aimed at helping people going through some tough times.
Listen, whatever you do this season, don't quit. I know it's getting difficult. I know it's challenging. I know you feel like your back is against the wall. But trust me when I tell you that God sees you, He hears you, He knows you've been faithful. And right when you think you can't go any further, He's gonna show up and blow your mind. Don't quit.
She was really bent on making people happy in the little ways she could. Xavier met a young man named Beale. They started dating and things looked really nice and sweet for them. They spent Christmas with families and shared nice memories together. On his birthday, she posted on her social media saying, "My love, it's your day. Thank you for being so patient, so loving, and so kind. It's hard to find the words to express how much you mean, but I will keep writing until it feels like enough. You have the biggest heart I know. Your love for me leaves me speechless. Every dream in your heart will come to pass, and every desire is already yours. Your best days are ahead of you." Things would start turning left when her boyfriend, Beale, started feeling pressure from her parents. After Xavier started her company, her parent was wondering what is bringing to the table. That started causing a lot of tension between Xavier and Cola was not so happy about the complaints he was receiving from Xavier's parents. On March 24 at the 5500 block of Baccalaureate Drive in the Campus East area of Virginia Beach where Xavier and lived, an argument ensued between them. He got so upset that he wanted to kill Xavier's dog, but Xavier would not let that happen. She told him to do whatever he wanted to do to the dog to her. That was what he actually did. He shot Xavier right in the head. 2 days later, he returned to the home to burn it down, killing Xavier's dog as well. Police would arrive at the scene but nothing could be done to save Xavier. Cola then left for his adopted father's house, 73-year-old Clifton Baxter. He claimed he was enraged by some things he had done to him during some hard times, making him to snap again, then shooting him in the head. He stole $20,000 from his safe, then fled to his cousin's house named Downing McLean. Upon getting to his cousin's house, he told him about what he had done and decided to go help him kill some of his rivals who he had problems with, since he was already a killer. Along the line, things turned south between them, making him upset again. Then he shot his cousin in the head, killing him. Downing McLean was found dead from gunshot wounds inside his Norfolk home.
Tonight, police throughout Hampton Roads and federal marshals are on the lookout for a man accused in 3 homicides.
Now, you've seen Cola Beale IV's picture throughout our newscast over the past 24 hours, and it was sent to us again today by Norfolk police after they say they connected him to a homicide in the city this week.
And that's in addition to 2 homicides in Virginia Beach, one near Virginia Wesleyan where the victim's house was set on fire.
No, he trusted him. He trusted him just like a brother. That's why it's so hard to believe. It's so shocking, and it's just a hard burden to swallow.
She says the family is angry and upset that her cousin is suspected of killing 3 people who are close to him. First, his girlfriend at the home they shared near Virginia Wesleyan. Then a man who was a father figure to him and helped raise him. And now his own first cousin.
Something triggered it. If you did something like that, he had to be really angry about something. I don't know what that something was, but if you're reacting to harming family members, then it had to be something that was harbored on the inside. Just turn yourself in. I know you may be scared, you may be running, but you know, you've hurt a lot of us, and we just want to make sure that, you know, we get some closure with this. We just want closure. That's all we want.
Police realized they had a killer on their hands, so they put out a reward of $10,000 for anyone with information that can lead to his arrest. Cola, who was also a convicted sex offender, became a priority for the cops. He has a long criminal past and a family history of violence. His father, Cola Beale III, killed his wife back in 2014.
Police said back then that at least once before the murder, they had responded to the couple's Maryland home for a domestic dispute. At the time, neighbors couldn't believe what had happened.
I was just a bit shocked, stunned. It's sad. It's a sad situation.
Court documents show that Cola Beale IV is a convicted sex offender with a history of run-ins with the law. In 2013, he pled guilty to robbery, conspiracy, and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. 4 years later, he pled guilty to sexual battery of a victim under the age of 13. He was out on probation for those charges when he was caught driving drunk on Naval Station, Norfolk in 2019. He was found guilty of that federal DUI charge. He was then sentenced to spend 5 days in jail. Now he's accused of killing his girlfriend, a father figure, and a cousin.
Cola Beale IV was apprehended late Wednesday night in the Buckrow area of Hampton by the Hampton Police Division SWAT team and is currently in the Virginia Beach City Jail.
To the breaking news in the metro area. Overnight, U.S. Marshals say the Hampton Police Division SWAT team arrested the man wanted in connection to 3 local homicides. 30-year-old Cola Beale was taken into custody just before midnight at a home in Buckrow Beach. He is now at the Virginia Beach City Jail. And we've reported Beale faces several charges in connection to 3 murders. 2 of them happened in Virginia Beach and another in Norfolk. One victim was a woman Beale was dating. Police identified her as 31-year-old Czavi'er Hill. Her body was found in a home that police believe Beale set on fire on Baccalaureate Drive in Virginia Beach. The second victim was 73-year-old Clifton Baxter. Police say Beale killed Baxter at his home on Linda Court in Virginia Beach. Police believe Beale is also responsible for the death of his cousin, 32-year-old Downing McLean. McLean was found dead on Sewell's Point Road in Norfolk.
Cola went at length in a jail interview to explain why he did what he did to each of the victims.
So, in the beginning, everything was good. Like our life was good. But the whole reason they kind of switched it up was like a week ago, when one of her parents tried to get involved in our relationship and tried to turn her away from me or like ask about me and how I provide for her when I was providing very well. And it just made her like start to act different. I had been there with her for almost what, 15 months, 16 months. and they had never like came to check on her. I only seen them come to check on her like twice out of like almost a year and a half. And I had been there for her emotionally, physically, and spiritually, but it was like when she tried to move on to the next chapter in her life, when her mom asked like, how would he provide? Now that you about to get a good job, how would he provide? I was getting ready to launch a business. I didn't just up and just wake up and do this. I didn't up and just wake up and do this.
What happened? You had a gun? Where'd you shoot her?
I shot her in the head.
And then you said.
But I didn't just do that. She told me I put the dog inside of the room. I put the dog inside of the room. And I had it snapped already. I was saying red. So when I put the dog in the room, I was about to set the dog on fire. And she told me, she said, no, don't do nothing to the dog. You can take me and do whatever you want to do to me instead and let him live. So I did that. I did exactly that because she started making a lot of noise. I did exactly that.
When asked about his adopted father, he said this.
He basically raised me. He basically like raised me. Like I was raised with him for like 15 years, but at the same time, when I needed him the most, he wasn't there. So at the same time, when I needed this and that, just something to get on my feet, he tell me he ain't had nothing. But when I killed him, I found like $20,000. So this whole time, if you had gave me $1,000, I would have been good, just to make it back. Yes, I took. Anybody would take the 20 grand. If you hit the lotto, you gonna take the 20 grand, right? I'm just asking. I mean, you ask a question, I'm gonna ask questions too. Anybody can take 20 grand if they see it and ain't nobody gonna stop it. It was just so much hate I had for him because when I was growing up, he was there, but then he just stepped out of my life. So when I finally tried to like make that bond with him, he act like he wanted to help. He was there, but then he wasn't there like I needed him. And even though I tell you in distress what I need, you tell me you don't have it, and I end up killing you, and now I find out you had everything I needed. I didn't need 20 grand. I probably needed like 1,000 just to get myself situated. But when I kill you and I find you got 20 grand, you've been lying to me this whole time.
As regards his cousin, he said this.
So at the same time, he had seen both bodies. My cousin had seen both bodies, but he laughed at him. He made it seem like it was a joke. To me, it was something like, okay, I didn't want to do it, but I did it because I was snapping. So in the midst of everything, I was put to take care of some things with him for some people that wanted to kill him. So I already done snapped. So I'm like, I'm ready to put in some work. I'm ready to go take care of some people that trying to take care of you before I get killed. So in the midst of doing that, he's snapping on everybody that's around us. I'm in here trying to help save you because I already done snapped. My life gone. You laughing and joking and talking stuff and like yelling and everything and you out of control, drinking, whatever. So I tell you to calm down because I already killed 2 people. So I'm already seeing red. You still talking to me, harassing me, whatever it is. I said, let me find people who wanted to kill you. For some reason, you can't find them, but they can find you. So if they find you and I'm with you, they gonna kill me too, right? So I said, eventually, you gonna have to shut up talking like that. You talking crazy. So nothing went down. He just started making a scene. I told him to calm down. And still started talking reckless at the mouth. I told him calm down. Then he tried to put his hands he just tried to charge and put his hands on his girlfriend. So at the same time, I was like, look, I had to break that up. I'm like, I'm over here to kill somebody for you that want to kill you. But you in here trying to fight your girlfriend and you worry about stuff that don't even matter to me. I just killed 2 people. I got fed up with him because he kept talking like you not about this, you not gonna do nothing. Like, bro, I just killed 2 people. You don't think I'm ready to shoot again? So he just kept going off and started getting loud and raging. So I went right in the kitchen and shot him right in the head. He didn't drop. He just kept moving in circles. Then I shot him in the back to make sure he hit the ground.
Would you like to apologize?
Nah.
Why?
Cause what's done is done. I ain't gonna have no remorse. They ain't gonna have no remorse. So I mean, I'm gonna keep it just like I sent it. I did everything individually for a different reason.
Beale 4 is facing murder charges in both Norfolk and Virginia Beach.
10 of your side's Andy Fox joins us with today's courtroom update. Andy?
Yeah, he confessed to us back in March, and today in court, we heard the confessions all over again. Showing no remorse. In court today, a Virginia Beach homicide detective tells the judge Beale has confessed, just like he did to us back in March.
I want the electric chair because I'm ready to leave on. I'm ready to move on. That's it. I mean, it's over with. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my business.
The detective, who we're not allowed to show, gave this narrative as to what Beale told him, that on March 22nd, he kills girlfriend 31-year-old Czavi'er Hill in her home. That Beale ties her up to her bed, brings in her dog, poured bleach on the dog to light him on fire. Hill pleads for the dog's life. Don't hurt the dog. He's done nothing wrong. She says this right before Beale shoots and kills her.
I already knew after the first one, it was a wrap. I mean, I had enough ammo. I had enough ammo to kill a lot of more people.
2 days later, on March 24th, Beale comes back to the house, burns it, killing the dog. Then the very next day, March 25th, Beale goes to this house and kills his father figure, Clifton Baxter, taking between $15,000 and $20,000 from Baxter's safe, saying he felt he deserved it. Beale is also accused of killing his cousin, Downey McLean, in Norfolk, March 28th. He awaits court action there. And get this, in Maryland, his own father is serving time now for killing his wife, Cola's stepmother.
10 on Your Side reports Bill's dad killed his wife back in 2014. And now the youngest Bill hopes his 13-year-old daughter and his 3-year-old son will break the cycle.
Cola Beale 3 list of convictions ranges from being a convicted sex offender. In 2013, Cola pleaded guilty to robbery, conspiracy, and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. 4 years later, he pleaded guilty to sexual battery of a victim under the age of 13. While he was out on probation for those charges, he was caught driving while intoxicated in 2019. He was found guilty of that federal DUI charge and sentenced to spend 5 days in jail. Cola is in jail under no bond. This is another very sad case bringing to light the issue of domestic violence and what we should be looking out for. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of the victims. May Xavier's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.
So thank you for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk Tuesday. I am Xavier. I can't wait to see you again next week.